My name is Alex Winetsky. This is your Toronto Condos. And today I'm going to do what I haven't done in a couple of weeks, which is create a video where I actually go onto the MLS and I take a look at some sold listings and give you my feedback around it as a real estate agent. So it's the beginning of March 2025. The winter market has been pretty tough. It seemed like January started off to be a pretty good market after we've had like a pretty challenging December and November, but all of that sort of came to a halt with the announcement of these tariffs that actually started earlier this week. And then the tariffs, like some tariffs got taken away. I mean, I can't even really keep track of what's been going on. But you've probably seen a lot of headlines about Toronto real estate and the challenges that sellers are having. And most of those challenges are actually not in freehold properties within the greater Toronto area. These challenges come with the smaller condos. Unfortunately, many people don't read past the headlines, so they don't actually realize what these statistics are talking about. But what I want to do today is I want to go onto the MLS and I want to see what one bedroom condos under 500 square foot have sold in the downtown core over the last 14 days. And I'm actually going to look at the units that don't come with parking because when I work with buyers, one of the recommendations I make to them is that as often as possible, like if it's within your budget, you want to ideally purchase a unit that has parking. You want to purchase a unit that has ceilings that are higher than 8 feet, 8.5 or 9, a unit with a view, a unit that maybe has something unique about it. Because when you're buying a condo, a lot of times this is your first purchase. It's an entry into the real estate market. So you want to make sure that you get something that's going to be desirable when you're going to be looking to upscale and sell a few years down the road. So enough of me talking. Let's take a look at what's been going on the MLS. So I'm on Matrix, which is what I use to access the MLS. So we're going to take a look at what has actually happened in the last 14 days. So I'm going to be looking only in units that are under 500 square feet. I'm going to be looking at units that don't have any parking. And I mean, already you can see that only 10 have sold, like across Treb in total. And for those like that are not aware, like Treb is not just Toronto. Like there's realtors that list on Treb in places like Barrie, Windsor, even. So, anyways, like you can see here, the sales, like some of this is like from Doe's Lake, which I have no idea where that is. So what I want to focus on is I just want to focus kind of like on what's happened in downtown and midtown Toronto. So uh yeah, let's take a look kind of like at this block here. So this is we're going to look south of the 401 to the lake. So it looks like there's maybe 5 units that sold. Let's go to the results and see what we see here. Okay, so first off, I see one at 2433 Dufferin Street, which is close to Yorkdale Mall. It's a studio that sold for 377,000. Let's take a look at this real quick. So this looks like a newer building. Yes, it is. Again, I think this is like Dufferin and Lawrence. It's a boutique building. Probably just yeah, like just a small studio, but doesn't actually from the photos, it's not like the tiniest thing that I've seen. I mean, like this is virtually actually looks like probably the tenants or the owner's furniture, but they were able to fit like a bed, a TV, even have a small kitchen table, a work area here. So, you know, as an investment, maybe renting out to a university student, this can be something that's pretty decent. So this was owner occupied. It sold for 377,000. Just want to take a look at how long it's been on the market. So they first listed in February. So again, like look, they were aggressive. They priced properly with the second agent. Originally, it was listed at 435, and it really didn't go anywhere after 3 weeks. So they changed agents, listed for 349, and sold for 377,000. So they did kind of like the holding back offers strategy. It seems like so. You know, this is something that's good for just like an investment, I guess. But you know, when you're buying a studio, you want to really be careful with that. You're gonna challenge. It's gonna be a challenge in resale. Like it's the least desired unit type. So if it's in your budget, I recommend around it. If you're just looking to own it, like rent it out as an investment forever, then maybe that's okay. So here's something that's sold at 21 Nelson Street. This is a 1 bedroom. Looks like it's not like a proper bedroom with a window, but it has the nestled bedroom, which is, you know, the challenge is that uh, building code doesn't really stipulate what a bedroom is. It should just have some natural light. It should have some separation, but a lot of it is also left up to the design of the building. So it looks like this is not like a newer unit. You can tell by the white appliances, but something that's 424 square feet at Adelaide University, right in the downtown core, sold for 438,000, and they were only on the market for maybe a month with this, less than a month. They were actually just a little bit more than a month. They were priced correctly and they sold it. And um, oh, it looks like they were on the market for a while, just like somebody made a mistake here, accidentally listed it for 249. Maybe they did the offer presentation strategy, didn't get anywhere. So first, this unit was listed in January, February, March, in April of 2024 for 498,000, sold for 448,000. And it looks like they tried to even sell it before then. So since 2021, it appeared that they sold it, then then the buyer leased it, the buyer tried to sell it, they leased it, they tried to sell it, tried to sell it, tried to sell it, and eventually they sold it. So it was a bit of a struggle, but congratulations to them for selling in a tough market where units just sit there, right? Let's take a look at something else. So 319 Jarvis. This is basically a new building. 443,000 is probably the first time this. No, it's not. Well, they first listed in November, but it's looks like this person probably just took possession, closed, and like looking to get out of this right away. Probably paid more in pre-construction than what they sold this unit for. It's a proper one bedroom, which is nice. It has a window on the sixth floor. It's not the best, and you don't get the best view, but having a proper window, I think, is nice. Is there a balcony? There's no balcony, so that's again not great for resale, but it is what it is. They were able to sell by being priced aggressively. 115 Blue Jay Way. These are nice buildings. I think they permit short-term rentals, but it's easy to rent out in these buildings. And I'm assuming the people that bought these small one bedrooms are probably kind of just like investors, maybe not end users. But yeah, this has a nested bedroom. Uh, Seems like it's no view really. You're facing another building, but 452,000. Let's see how long they've been on the market here. So it was a rental for a long time, and then in February they listed and sold a couple of weeks later. So if you're priced correctly, if your price starts with a 4, looks like you're selling. Here's something that sold where the price started with a 5. So this is at 395 Bloor Street on the 21st floor. It's probably like the biggest one. It's essentially in Rose. Well, I would call this Rosedale or Yorkville. It's Bloor and Sherbourne can be a bit of a hit and miss area, but yeah, so it's a new unit. Nice views. Look like it's facing east towards the Scarborough Bluffs. Some decent room here for a couch and a table and bedroom. So yeah, I mean it's overall not bad. But the crazy thing is that only 5 units have sold in this area. Now let's see how many units are actually on the market. 293. Okay. So there's 293 units on the market in that category. The lowest listed price is 369,000 at 160 Flemington. It's a vacant unit, not tenant occupied, not holding back offers. Again, it's a studio, but this gives you kind of an indication of where Toronto real estate is at right now. So you can get a studio in the mid 300s, and you can get a one bedroom in the low to mid 400s. So yeah, a lot has changed compared to 3 years ago. And I think that prices are probably going to decline even more for this product type, the small one bedroom or studio condos under 500 square foot. This is just because there's so much inventory that has hit the market from assignments, pre-construction projects closing, people trying to offset their investments because they're hurting to make mortgage payments. So really a great time to be a buyer, but keep in mind that there may be challenges in the future when you do go to sell this type of unit, unless we get into like a really hot market and a lot of investors start to re-enter, something like what we saw during COVID, right? So uh, tread carefully, make sure that you're working with a team that understands the marketplace and the market dynamics. My name is Alex Joneski. I'm a Toronto Realtor for Remax Condos Plus. I do have a first-time condo buyer's guide. There's a link to that guide in the comments. There's also a link if you want to book a call with me and talk about what I've shared in this video or answer any real estate related questions. I'm happy to do that. I would always, as always, appreciate if you give this video a thumbs up. You can share and subscribe this. It will be fantastic. And I'll see you next time on You Are Toronto Condos.